Hello and welcome to the Weirded Beardo Plays Kerbal Space Program. Today we're playing 1.0.2 and I have already created a save game here. So let's get, there we go, and Weirded Beardo Industries, day 1, no playtime whatsoever, just created it so I didn't have to sit here and type all that out. And we continue, and here we are at KSC, the Kerbal Space Center. Nice dirt runway there, and everything is upgradable for those who haven't played before. This is the basics, and here's our contract office with Gene Kerman up there in Mission Control. We're going to take the launch first vessel and the gather scientific data. Just because those are the two easiest right off the bat. And let's see, basic command module there, or command pod, and parachute, keep from turning into green goo all over the ground. And we'll probably just stick this, well, the only booster we have, the only engine we have, and kind of take it from there. It looks good. It's not going to go very far. It's really piddly looking, but you got to go with what you got. I do have some mods. I have the Infernal Robotics, as you saw down below, along with a couple others. I'm going to list them all down in the comments or down below video. Put that. Almost messed up my staging there, and SAS is on. Here we go. Hopped off the first 2 speed records there already, and just kind of waiting for my speed to get a little closer to 0, just for fear that I don't want to rip my parachute off or go flying into some weird spiral, or both. I have had both happen before, and it's not fun. So here we go, good enough. And shoots out. Alright, now just warp down. We'll just warp down to about 500 feet or 500 meters or so, just because that's when the parachute usually deploys fully. And right about there, and there goes the chute, and a nice, safe, comfy landing at about 6.5 meters per second. Not too shabby, not too far away from where we started off. Go ahead and grab a crew report real quick, just so we have something to turn in for science and recover. Alright, so clear out all these contracts. I'm kind of anal that way. It's kind of, yep, we got the 2 contracts that we had, plus all our little records that we made. So we'll go buy some science, or spend some science here. Got the basic rocketry and then engineering 101. I really want that decoupler and the science junior. I'll go ahead and get that, and then we'll save for this one for next time, and then probably this one will be next after that. But got to get the basic rocketry, need the actual fuel tank and everything. So let's go back and see what other contracts we have. Escape the atmosphere shouldn't be too bad. Now keep in mind, I haven't played this in forever, so I'm really rusty. I don't remember a lot, so I'm just going to kind of put some things together here. While I'm doing this, I did want to tell you about the mods here. I have Kerbal attachment system. I'm not sure. I know it said it was good for 0.9, and I'm not sure if it's compatible with 1.0. I do know that apparently KIS, which is part of it, I believe, the Kerbal inventory system is. So it may just be needing update. I also have the remote tech and the Mechjeb and one other that I can't remember offhand. But all in all, not a whole lot of. I mean, I don't use Mechjeb. I don't like the ones that are really cheaty, but in reality, I mean, the space program, they go and figure out where they're going using a computer. Mechjeb's a computer. They don't just fly by the seat of their pants. And just kind of sticking some parts on here. I like the fins for stability. I'll tweak it out. Okay. But not so sure on if it's going to serve its purpose. Those engines without the radial decoupler, not sure I'm going to like this one, but we'll name it here the Weirded Beardo Industry Alpha Mark 1 and save that and launch. Oh, craft is too heavy, so we have to upgrade the launch pad to the next stage here. And that is 75,000. Done. And launch. Okay, all the engines are going to fire off at once. And normally I wouldn't keep it that way, but because I don't have the decouplers, I'm going to really have to. So, anyway. And here we go. Launch. 3, 2, 1. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, there we go. Alright. And into the wild blue. It looks kind of phallic from here. Kind of disturbing. Let's see. Boosters are about to run out. Here I go on the single engine. Trying to keep the G-forces in the green. And here we go. Losing speed, I don't like that. That's not a good thing. This one is gonna fail. I can feel it already. We're not getting anywhere today. You will not go to space today. So, still got half a tank of fuel, but I know this isn't gonna make it anywhere. It's gonna try and get it over the water before we dump this dead weight that I'm hauling around and get us back down. This is mainly just to get a little bit more science. Yeah, we didn't need much, so and you know, also to try and get some more money, because breaking these little records, they all pay out. I wish they paid in science, but money's second best. And engine is going to cut out here, and done. So go ahead and jettison that. And now go ahead and grab the crew report, because every little bit of science helps. I mean, I knew this was not going to quite make it in outside the atmosphere. I had no real, you know, dreams of that working, but the basics of it, yeah. And this is what happens when we turn off SAS. Alright, and on the way down, it's kind of trying to keep it in the eye. You can hear what sounds like the beginnings of re-entry sounds, but I don't see any effects, and yeah, so it's kind of weird, kind of strange. Having a little bit of trouble keeping things, you know, keeping it where it's supposed to be. Just kind of checking to make sure nothing's glowing. I'm not sure if the pods have the shield included since the new update. I imagine it does, but I'm not sure. Things get changed all the time. So we'll go ahead and speed up here and see if my rocket parts, it looked like it was going to hit KSP there for a second, but no, it's going to land way out in the water. And chute is deployed, so that'll slow us down a smidge. And then once again, once we hit 500 feet or so, or 500 meters, it's going to go ahead and deploy, slow us down. I always like to stop the time warp right before, just because I know that I've had them rip off before. Physics is not simulated so much at those time warps, so and when they are, the glitches are enormous. So just kind of let her get on down to 0 and splash down and Yahtzee. Alright, so go ahead and recover this bad boy, and here we are. So we got 14 science total now, 5.3 from that mission, no XP gain. So let's go back into the research. Oh, yeah, see, no new contracts available, just the stuff from the ones you start with, no specifics. Until you actually go in the orbit, I'm not sure that they give you any good contracts. So let's go back in here and see, this thing's never going to make it out of the atmosphere. And so what I may end up having to do is go back to the drawing board and see, maybe start the rocket completely new. I'm just going to grab some quick, easy science here just to get enough to get the next research stage and recover that. That gives us 16 total. So we'll go down here to the research and grab survivability, and that'll give us 1.3 left over. Love the radial mounted chutes, the service bay. This is kind of a new thing, don't know about that one yet. Then we have the aerodynamic stuff and those radial decouplers that I want so badly, but can't afford those, so we'll get this and go ahead and close. And no new contracts, nothing available, that's it. So go ahead and take the orbit Kerbal contract and go back in here, and I'm going to start from scratch. Like I said, I'm going to go back to the drawing board, see what I can do, and I'll go ahead and cut the video here. But as always, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. The more you comment, the more you like, the faster I'll churn these out for you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.